Boom, my people, my people, my people. Live and in effect. Live and in effect, man. Y'all tap in. Uh and let me know how it sound. Let me know if everything sound good to all the people in the chat. Let me know how it look. Let me know in the chat if you can hear all of us good, man. We starting off regular with my broskies. Obviously, we got two of my broskies right here. Tapped in, solid. We gonna hop right into it, man. We got my homie Coach Al, the OG of our crew, offensive specialist, and we got my broski from another Moski, Brinsky Sharp Shooter Sports Talk, and we gonna hop right in, man. They already tapping in. Much love to everybody who tapping in right now, man. Um, much love, Kimberly. Thank you for tapping in with us, sis. I appreciate you. Much love to you, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we talked about it, man. We talked about it, and we're gonna get right into it. We're gonna get into it. Much love, Sweet Home Alabama. You said it right there. That comment practically says it right there. What's up, Jeff? Roll Tide to you, bro. Uncle Jay, what's up, Jay? Yeah, facts. Me and
Mm-hmm.
Jans talked about it, man. Me and Jans talked about it a lot. Um, you won't beat May Jemison High School giving them that many points. If I'm the defense, I'm hot. I'm stupid hot right now. Much love, Michelle. Good to see you, Uncle Jay. So thankful that you in here, brother. Bama boy, what's up with you, boy? Michelle Cochran, what's up, my sis? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for tapping in for sure. Bama Gump, what's up with it? What's up with your boy? Roll Tide
Mm-hmm.
to you, man. For sure, for sure. Um, Red, you fly. What's up, man? There's a reason Grub was fire. Hey, I sort of disagree, Red, you, but I respect your opinion, my brother. I just appreciate you tapping in, family. Thank you. G Bama, what's up with your boy? Roll Tide, man. My broski A Watt. What's up, A Watt? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you, bro. Yeah, all facts, man. OG. What's up, OG? OG from in the house. What's up, Ephraim? Paul T, what's up with your bro? Roll Tide to you, my bro. You know what I'm saying? Bama boy up in here. Gil Cruz, I broski. It's crazy tonight, Gil. It's crazy, bro. Good to see you, my brother. So happy that you in here, man. JEH in here, man. What's up with you, Jay? Good to see you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Link, how you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. So proud that you're in here, and I appreciate you, man. Nick, Xavier, what's going on with both you guys, man? What's up, Nick? How you doing, bro? My broski home team right there, Tripreneur. What's up, bro? Roll Tide to you, man. Yeah, I know, but we feel the same way, my brother. You know what I'm saying? So let's hop right into it, man. Let me get the broskis on here. Let me just see what they say, man. Be sharp. You gotta hop right in, man, and set the tone. People hit me for the link. And let me know what you think, bro. Let me know what you think.
Yeah, man. I know some people now. Just looking at some of the Red You Fly. I like, man. Where were you? Were you saying this to on the winning streak too? I just want to know that. If you weren't saying this during the winning streak, don't say it when it's a loss. And now and then I seen one more comment by G Bama for life. He said tied as regressing like a MF. I'm like, bro, just what you want him to do, man. I'm like, you act like he's. I'm gonna leave it alone. I may warm up later if I keep seeing just certain comments. But I know the
Facts.
same people that was talking down on Ty was the same people was praising them through the winning streak. I'm like, man, yes, you can't make those turnovers or whatnot. Michael Carroll missed that block, and which caused that fumble. Can't blame that on Ty. That's on, I'm like, that's on my blind side. I would have you do your job. The whole point is to do your job. I feel like a lot of these turnovers, man, could have been preventable for real. Ty first interception. I about to say they just rushed the process. Ryan, I don't know why we had Ryan back there. We ain't have him back there all year. I feel like we just out coaching ourselves. And with like I said, with the strip set, if Michael Carroll just hold that block, man, maybe it's a completed pass or maybe incomplete. We don't know. But hey, man, we just can't make those type of mistakes. But I feel like a lot of people just got humbled tonight because a lot of people was just hyping up and just kept trying to diss on Oklahoma this and Oklahoma that. And I'm trying to tell you, bro, that defense is legit. That defense is legit, and you keep seeing it over and over and over. And now, a lot of people trying to jump off the train. What else is new?
Yeah.
is about to throw themselves out the window about nothing. I'm like, man, okay, we lost to Oklahoma. We lost to a good team. Yeah, like we lost to Northwestern or somebody. We lost to a good team. Yes, some of those plays we got to get back, but man, it's frustrating because I get frustrated by those losses too because they just so tight or whatnot, man. That's why I say I know the coach is gonna break down a lot of that stuff. Daniel did great tonight.
Yeah.
Jam, I don't know where Jam was most of the night, man. I really don't know. I felt like some of Jam carries should have went to Daniel, just seeing how he was moving. I feel like we wasted. And then another thing, I remember a lot of people was complaining about why do we have Caden Proctor right there in the backfield and all that stuff. And now you've seen why he was out there in the backfield so many times. You are setting up something down the line.
It's facts.
It was clear cut. It was clear cut. Now you see why he was back there. Everybody just collided towards the middle. He would have been stopped if they actually ran it that way. But guess what? They gave it to Lottie Brooks. And I felt like we wasted a good play call. And then we come right back the very next play and allow us set right up the middle. Like Kip Lewis was on Ty's ass all night long. Like, I don't know where these guys were. He just came in there unblocked so many times. I can't blame that on Ty. I cannot blame him on Ty. Like, what do you want him to do? Time he said hi, the man is in his face.
Yeah.
Full speed. And Ty can't outrun that, man. And then he should have hit that pass on Isaiah Horton. He skipped that pass. We got a few yards back. I felt like the last play call that we made, we could have called a better play call than that. Really felt like we could have called a better play call than that. But hey, man, we got to play better. We just got to play better. The defense played lights out. I really, really feel bad for them. They got the stops that we needed. Outside of that one run that Mateer got for the touchdown, they played outstanding. They made the plays that we needed to make. I wish we could just think about, and I'm just because I know I'm just going, but Justin Jefferson, I wish he caught that pass. That would have been an easy pick six because if he would have caught that interception in the I think it was first or second quarter.
Yeah,
that would have been a walk-in touchdown. You got to make those plays down the line. Those are the plays that you need when you want to make these championship runs. And we've seen the turnover difference. We've been killing the turnover difference all year long. All year long. How many did we get this game? 0. You got to turn over the ball some type of way. So when you get those opportunities, you got to make it happen. And we can't give them turnovers.
That's a whole fact, bro. Oh, B Sharp popped off.
We lost him. Yeah.
He probably popped back in. Probably
yeah,
internet.
Yeah.
I agree with B Sharp, man. I agree with B Sharp. There you go.
Yeah, my fault, man. Yeah, that's pretty much all it was, man. So yeah, man, we just got to play better. Like Bill Belichick said, on to Cincinnati. So we on the next week, man. Shit.
I agree 100%, man. You know, I think what hurts everybody in this game the most is we really helped that team win.
Yep.
I think the one thing that'll push me over the edge and lose my temper is an Oklahoma fan talking like we really helped you quite a bit. We gave you 17, 20 points off turnovers?
17.
All the points off turnovers.
Yeah. It's like we gave you short fields. We gave you pick sixes. You scored on everything we gave you, bro. You didn't drive the length of the field and do nothing. Your offense didn't do nothing all game long, right? So, Coach Al, first let me get Next with the $2 super chat, man. Next says Bama had 400 yards. Their defense was okay, not great. I mean, I'll say this, Next. You take away from all the turnovers that we had on offense, what's the score of this game? Take over all the turnovers, take the pick six away, take us getting sacked. Get my brother Coach J up here. Boom. Coach J in the house, man. Coach J, what's up with you, bro? How you feeling? How you doing?
I'm not surprised. I just gave my rant spill. Listen, I'm not gonna go off. I'm not doing that. I refuse to do
Yeah,
it this time. I did my video about it. I went off a little bit in the end, but it wasn't towards Alabama. It wasn't towards your performance. It was just more towards the fans that called us out, called the spoiled
I can
team,
barely hear you,
questionable.
James.
Oh, can you hear me?
We can hear you, but I know you
It's
can
barely
sound
low.
louder.
sound like a little muffled or something. Sound like it's just
Okay,
like this.
okay. Wait a minute. Let me see if I can. Oh, see if I can get it straightened out here.
Okay. While you doing that, Jay, let me get Coach Al in here, man, and get his opinion really, really quickly.
All
I
right.
know people wanted to hear from you, Jans. They was specifically asking for you in my inbox. And Coach Al, we all talk behind the scenes a lot, man. And to the average fan, man, break it down to me what you saw and why this happened, man.
You know, in the pregame analysis, we said we had to win the time of possession, we had to win the number of possessions, and we had to win the turnover battle. Okay. So in a game like this, where you know it's going to be a close game, mistakes are magnified. They are just absolutely magnified, and we saw that tonight. Um, and then two, look at it this way: they won the kicking game.
Yeah.
The punter kept us back up. The kicker converted every time they needed it. No, so and they turned Ryan over on special team, like no no, just like Brinsky was saying, Ryan had no business back there. He's a little
Yeah.
too loose with the ball, and in a game like this, you don't need special team uh, scores or turnovers. You just don't.
Yeah.
So I look at it like this, man. Everybody act like the season over. You know what I'm saying? You know, you go back, look at the film, break it all down, go clean it up. Now we found us a running back. The only thing is he got a conditioning problem. Okay,
Yeah.
he can't. His stamina. You know, if that guy can, if he could literally carry it 25, 20 times a game, man, I'm telling you the truth. By the fourth quarter, you wouldn't want to tackle that dude.
That's a
Okay,
fact.
so I liked what we tried to do. We ran it right at him. You know, I mean, to me, man, the game is just won and lost in these turnovers. You know, we didn't play a clean game. I'm not crying over that. We played a great team. They capitalized on short fields and turnovers. What else do you expect? You're gonna lose. Okay,
Mhm.
and but that's one game. Again, the
Yeah.
season's not over. So I can say a lot about the technicalities of things. Like for instance, um, they were bringing pressures, right?
Yeah.
I saw no crossers. I saw no shallows. I saw no slants. I saw no quick hitters to get the ball with our guys moving through their secondary, running through their secondary to get them to change up their coverage. Everything was vertical.
Yeah.
Okay. So all Venables did was turn his guys loose on the front and played three safeties deep and forced us to drive the field. It wasn't rocket science. Every now and then he'd bring up pressure. You
Yeah.
know. So they didn't have a real sophisticated game plan. You know, we just gave them the rock, which we shouldn't have. Right. So you're trying to blame Ty Simpson, right? Man, please. Ty Simpson threw for over 200 some yards, 270 yards, something like that in the first half
Yeah.
against OU. Okay, yeah, Ty sucks, right? Where y'all been like Brinsky saying, where y'all been in the last
Yeah,
8 games?
okay.
You know, and you talk about him regressing. Well, hey, listen, when you got that much film on you, people gonna figure you out. They're gonna figure out where your strengths and weaknesses are as a quarterback. So now maybe we got a running back. So maybe the game plan kind of changes. Maybe Ty looks a little bit better, okay, when he has a running game and a threat, but he don't have a backup. We
It's
don't have a
fact.
backup running back. Okay, Jam showed that he really couldn't stick his foot in the ground and get downhill. Daniel
I've
Hill,
been
when he got the ball, Daniel Hill, when he got the ball, man, that guy was straight downhill, falling forward.
I've been telling them about Jam all season, bro. I've been saying that. I swear to y'all since the third game of the season.
Mhm.
I love him. Great back for certain offenses, but if you want to get upfield really quickly,
Yeah,
like them Texas A&M backs,
yeah.
not it, man. Not it, bro.
Cody
Go ahead,
said
Coach
Ty
Al.
looked a little confused and unconfident at times. Well, I would say this to you, Cody. Brett Venables had 2 weeks to prepare for our tendencies.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna change the pitcher on Ty early in the game, Brett, and speed him up. On top of that, the coaches had already told him to get rid of the ball quicker. So guess what? He's coming into game out of rhythm, seeing looks that he hadn't seen. So yeah, he's gonna look a little bit frazzled. that's why I was telling the guys behind the scene, we're gonna take their punch in the first quarter. We got to take their best shot in the first quarter and tighten it up. As long as we see how they bring in pressures now, that's called coaching. That's called in-game adjustments and stuff like that. Give OU their credit. Coach Sean said it. 3 turnovers led to all the points. You take those away. You take the screw ups in the kicking game. It's a different game. But if I ain't gonna go there. They beat us.
That's a whole fact. That's a whole fact.
Like a man, go watch the film, rack that sucker and go to the next game.
That's it, man. Big shout out to Cody, man. That's my partner right there. Yeah. That's my homeboy Cody. That's my dog.
Can you hear me now?
What'd you say, Coach Jans? I'm sorry.
Can you hear me now, or am I still low?
Say something again.
No, he still sound low.
I still sound. Damn it, what's going on?
Shout out to Cody though, man. That's my partner right there, man. That's my dog. I know him personally. Shout out to Cody. That's my brother, real Bama fan. Big shout out to him. And shout out to Nix too, man. Nix, thank you for that $2 super chat, brother. I was bringing my brother, Coach Jan, saying I forgot to say thank you. I appreciate you more than you know. Really, really, really thank you for that, man. Cody, tapping in with me, man. Love you to death, brother.
Guys, man. Yeah, no doubt.
Uncle Jay with the $10 super chat, man. Uncle Jay says, guys, Oklahoma's a good team, but we gave this game away of mistakes. I was upset when we went on 4th and 1 and we were in field goal range, but our kicker was shaky. That's facts. I still believe we shouldn't have tried it. Thank you. First of all, thank you, Uncle Jay, for the super chat, man. We got a lot of people in here, maybe 131 total. Wow. Several on Twitter, and I don't know how many on YouTube, maybe 30 or 40 on YouTube. I'm not sure, but it's 129 here total right now. I appreciate you guys, man, for tapping in. Uncle Jay,
come to YouTube, subscribe to my man's
channel. Yeah, please do. Please come over to the YouTube side if you guys can. Please hit that like button if you guys will, man, on the YouTube side. And hit it on the Twitter side, but I would love for you guys to come over to the YouTube side, man. I appreciate you more than you know. Thank you, Uncle Jay, for the super chat, brother. I appreciate you as always. It's my fam right there. Love him to death. Always a great insight. Having that shaky field goal kicker, man, it make you want to go for it, brother. That guy, whether it was the snap being high, whether it was the kicker off rhythm, whether it was the guy who jumped over and tipped it, it all was bad. Like, take your pick. All of it was not good, right? So the special teams was not good at all. You know what I'm saying? Coach Jans, let me get your output, man, on this thing, man. Coach Jay might be fixing something. Coach Jay, you there?
Yeah, I'll keep talking. I think Jan's trying to get something going on.
Okay.
Hey, Cody, keep going. Hey, Cody. Hey, much respect to you, brother. Okay.
Yeah.
That's how we do it, man. Me and Coach Sean and all us, man, we ain't so fanned out, but we can't call our team out. Facts. For me, I'm very pragmatic, man, Cody. Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna. You asked me a question, I'm gonna tell you my truth, okay? And I'm gonna try to be as diplomatic as possible, okay?
Yeah.
Only because of the fact that sometimes the game and a lot of the fans that watch the shows and everything. We've been around the game a long time, and we can go real deep and everything, but there was a lot that Alabama did right tonight. But turnovers in big games are magnified. I can't say that enough because there's already enough pressure. And then when you turn the ball over on a quick change in a short field, your defense only allows 3 points, and 1 touchdown. Like that, man, them dudes was balling, man. So you give them credit. We didn't capitalize on some of our turnover opportunities that we could have. Same thing that killed South Carolina today. If South Carolina capitalized on the first half turnovers and made points off of them, I think it would have been too many possessions that A&M would have had. Same this game. We were talking about we needed to have more possessions than OU. Okay, look at the number of plays we ran. We doubled them up. Okay, yard, everything. If you look at the stat line, you think we would have won the game.
That's facts. And guess why that is for the people that don't understand what Coach Al is saying? Even though you dominated in those situations, you kept giving them the football on our side of the field. We kept taking our possessions, giving it to them guys. Drop passes, fumbles. interceptions. You kept
Right.
them in the game. A good team
Right.
is going to utilize those things. A good team is
Right.
going to score on those things, and that's how we kept them in the game, man. That's how we kept.
You know,
Shout out to my brother Piano Man, bro. Shout out to Piano
Piano
Man.
Man, yeah, and they're not garbage. They're a good team, man. They're a
Good
playoff
team,
team.
man. Yeah.
You know, and what do you want to play a weak team in the back end and not try to look at your warts and kind of look at the tape, go correct, because Alabama is in transition right now. And why do I say that? They made some adjustments up front and moved Formby inside and then Carroll to the outside. They got to get linked up and in sync. All right. Daniel Hill's their number one back right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Danny Lewis was out tonight, folks. Okay. Your inline Y was out tonight. All right. So this team to come out and look a little bit different by the time we get to the Iron Bowl. Because
And
now
Iron Bowl look a little different now, don't it, Coach Al?
Well,
the Iron Bowl looks a lot different now, man. Okay. But now there's a sense of urgency here, right? All right. Just like you had at the Florida State. Maybe you're gonna get your edge back. But I'm gonna tell you what, Daniel Hill is gonna get more confident touching the rock. Okay, getting downhill. The linemen gonna start getting more confident because they know they got a dude coming downhill, falling forward, getting 4 yards, 5 yards. So now they're gonna strap it on a little tighter because that's the way the run game go. You got a back and you a lineman, and you know that guy gonna get you something, make you look good. When you wrong, I'm gonna do a little something extra for him, But anyway, I'll just stop it right there.
Can you hear us, Jimmy?
There's a lot for me to take away from this game.
That's facts.
Not just a loss. Everybody lose.
Yeah.
Okay. It's how you bounce back is what really matters. Okay.
For sure.
Yeah.
Coach James, you ready?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you great now.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. All right, let me just get this other. I don't know how I get.
Coach Sean got to get it off.
Which one? Let me see the other
The
one.
one that had a bullseye on it.
Take that one off.
Yeah, you can take that one off.
All right.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, I listen. I did all my yelling and screaming. It wasn't even more towards the game because I knew Coach Sean. We talked about this for I don't know how many weeks. We knew that this was going to happen. We knew that this was one of the 4 games that they could lose. I was more fearful of this one in Auburn that they could drop it. I'm just more fearful about the Bama fans that called us out. Said question our fandom. Guys, you don't have to. You don't.
Fair weathers.
Brinsky did too.
Fair weathers.
Like you may not like what we have to say, man, but at some point you're gonna have to respect what we tell you because we were right. We were all right here when we told you what type of team Oklahoma was. Oklahoma is 4th in the nation in blitz rate. Oklahoma is a top 10 team in terms of pressure rate. Oklahoma is a top 10 team in terms of sacks without blitzing. They have a deep rotation on their defensive front. They can, for the most part, they have a unique, not really a unique blitz package, but they have a very effective and efficient blitz package. They're going to run a lot of crossfire. They're going to run a lot of overload. They're going to run a lot of, they're going to run some simulated pressures at you. For the most part, what Coach Al was saying. Was saying for the most part, it was honestly a simplistic game plan. They made the adjustments. They knew that we couldn't run the football. And they for the most part, they just went ahead and said, you know what, we'll just play with the 3 safeties. Their Cheetah, Daniels was kind of more of that inverted spy for them against Ty Simpson. But listen, guys, they just went ahead and just said, listen, we're not going to allow you to beat us over the top. We're going to constrict the field, and you're going to have to take everything underneath. And that's exactly what that's not what happened. What happened tonight? I'm not shocked by this. When you don't have a running game. When you keep rotating your offensive line because you can't figure out who your starting 5 is, and you have these unique packages about it, which is kind of predictable. This is what happens when when Oklahoma scored 20 points off of turnovers. 20 points. They didn't have a single drive where it was a 70 or 65 play yard drive where they scored a touchdown. Not a single one.
Jan,
every one of their points.
Say that again, Jans, for the Oklahoma fans that want to talk crazy now. Say that again.
They didn't have a single drive where they scored 60 yards, 65 or 70 yards of a touchdown. It was 3 points. Every single one. 3 points.
Right.
That's the most they scored. Every single one of their touchdowns or field goals were short field. all of them were short field off of turnovers. So this is just the way it is, guys. Alabama gave them, I hate to say it, and again, I got to get credit to Oklahoma because this is what good teams do. Good teams capitalize off of team mistakes. This is what good teams do. And you know, Coach Sean, I messaged you. I'm like, yeah, this feels like a Bama upset. This is not just Kalen DeBoer. This is what Saban. This was A&M in 2012, which shaped Johnny Manziel's life. This was the Sugar Bowl. This was the Sugar Bowl when we played Oklahoma. This was the Ohio State Sugar Bowl game. This was the Ole Miss game in back-to-back years, 2014 and 2015. 2017, this felt like Auburn. And in 2019, this felt like LSU when we were down 33-13 when we had no business being down that many points. But guess what? 3 turnovers is the reason why they were up when they were up then. 2021 against Zach Kell's Lotta, who can't even get a starting job now, who's like a 7th-year player. That's how we lost to them, was because of the key turnover differences. Yeah. Like every Bama loss has resulted in this. When you're down, when literally 20 points off of turnovers, how do you expect for you to win? And we're not a high-scoring offense. We're just not. We don't score points. We don't score a lot of points offensively. For some reason, 60 minutes of complimentary football, we just can't put together. Just can't do it. We don't have that killer instinct to jump on a team's throat. And I understand that, again, guys, coaches and coordinators, film is out. They got to make adjustments. I understand all that, but I'm tired. I am sick and tired of this team scoring 3 points in one half and then scoring 17 points in the other, or scoring 3 points or scoring 17 points in one half and then scoring 3 points in the other. It happens every single week. And when you don't have that killer instinct, when you don't have that will to go in there and step on a team's throat, and a lot of it again is because you don't have a running game, you don't have an offense, you really don't have a line. You don't know who your starting 5 is. Every single week there is a change within the starting position. So when you don't have that, you don't have a running game, and you put all that pressure on Ty Simpson to not only be the field general,
we talked about that. Facts.
Route receivers, reroute the concepts. Yep. Has to identify the blitzes, has to do all the work for you, like 22 Bryce. When he does all that work for you, and you put that pressure on this young man to go out there, and you expect him to be perfect, you expect him to be consistent for 4 quarters.
This is first year start. Yep. This is first year start.
It's facts.
Yep, he's not right young, man.
And this is year 2 in DeBoer. No, year 2. How many years Venable been at OU? And he's just getting around to be at this level. Okay, all right.
That's what happens, man. I'm not shocked, man. I mean, I'm just not. Now, the crappy part about all this is you lose to Auburn, your season's over. It's over. You lose to Auburn, your season's over. Yeah. It's done. It's too many teams in this conference that has 8 or 9 wins. You're done. You lose to Auburn. That's two bad losses. You are out. The crappy part is you win this. If you won this football game today, if you just played clean, complimentary football, you didn't have to score a gazillion points. All you needed to do today was by playing clean, complimentary football. Be who you have been for the entirety of the season, which is the lowest turnover ratio team in the conference. All you needed to do was play your game, and you would have clinched the SEC championship berth, and you would have clinched the playoff berth. We wouldn't be having this conversation. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't care about the Auburn loss. I wouldn't care about the SEC championship loss. Because you know what? Ohio State fans felt the exact same way until they won a national title. Then they didn't care anymore about what they did to Michigan. They didn't care about competing in the championship. That's all I care about at this point, is making the playoff. And now our back is against the wall. All we needed to do was play clean, and now look, our back.
You keep going in.
Thank you in the matrix a little bit.
You're in the matrix, man.
I think I cut off there.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Where's the lie? We be trying to tell folks, man. That's why I like, man. Some people just have on those crimson glasses all day long. Yep. But, hey, man, that's why I say I'd rather be called a fair weather fan, because usually when somebody calls you a fair weather fan or anything outside your name, that means they don't have an argument for you. They just say, man, we Alabama. No, we this and we that. I'm like, okay.
I said this the other night, man, Coach Jans. I said on Brinsky's show, I watched film. Film don't lie to me, bro. It just don't tell lies. So I knew these guys were gonna get pressure on Ty. We can't stop weak teams from getting pressure on Ty. What the hell you think was gonna happen tonight? First of all, before I even go any farther, let me say big shout out to my brother Piano Man. Sorry it took so long, Piano Man. Piano Man with the $5 super chat. Piano Man says just wasn't Bama's day. Congratulations on you. Bama will be back. We'll be back. Thank you, Piano Man. 100% facts.
Plain and simple.
Plain and simple. Piano Man put it out there for you, plain and simple. That's what it is. Thank you, Piano Man, for that $5 super chat, my brother. I appreciate you more than I know, more than you know, brother. Uncle Jay, again, $5 super chat. Uncle Jay says no. I was talking about the 4th and 1 before he missed the one that he missed. They need to move Daniel Hill to running back 1 and rest Jam. He's dancing now. Hey, yeah, Coach Al and Brinsky both spoke on it. I've actually been speaking on this respectfully to Jam from about the 4th, 5th game of the season. No disrespect to that young man, but it's yeah. Let me get this really quickly. Jag said, thank you so much, Uncle Jay. I appreciate you, big homie. More than you know, man. Jag says, are we out of the SEC championship game for this loss?
We still number 2.
We still number 2. We right behind Texas A&M.
We just gotta win out. That's it.
We just gotta win out, because we beat Georgia head to head. I think Oklahoma has 2 losses, but
they do.
You know, I'm not sure how that unfolds.
It all depends on how. I don't know, man.
I think
all we got to do is win out. I think all we got to do is win out.
Yeah, we got tiebreakers, and then let's just face it. That last game of the year with A&M and Texas is critical because. Let's just say, what if Texas beats Georgia tonight? I don't think that's gonna happen. Okay. I mean, it's very possible. Listen, man, the season ain't over. Okay. No. And, so to me, one thing about being around the game a long time, man, you don't panic. Even tonight, when the pressure's on, that's what you're going to find out what you made of, coaches and players, man. Stuff like this, I just don't have time to be nervous and afraid. I'm trying to focus on winning, man.
Okay? Especially when you see it, Coach Al. Especially when you see it, man. You just don't have time to be worried about it, bro. That's such a true statement.
You don't play as a players, true players.
Yeah,
they focus. They trying to make plays. I don't care what time of the game it is, man. Even the coaches, man. So. To me, I think like this, a lot to learn from this game to be a championship caliber team. But like we said all year, we're good. We're not great because we don't have everybody in place that what the board likes to do with his team offensively. It's just not there. This is year 2, all right?
Yeah.
But they progressed a lot more to what they will be, all right, under the board, minus the offensive line chemistry, minus some pretty good backs right now. So to me, I think that what they've done with this team, they got a lot of mileage out of it. But I do think this, Coach Sean, I will say this, that I know Jan said, we've been juggling the line a lot. But I think last week, they figured out they got to lock in. And Jonathan and I were talking about this. They got a lot. I think the 5 guys you saw tonight, Dewberry's kind of nicked up. He can't play the whole game. That's why you see Vandermark in there. But if Dewberry was 100% healthy, the 5 that you saw tonight starting would be the 5.
And I honestly think Will can play better at guard than tackle.
He played better at guard. He really did because he's limited with his lateral mobility at guard. You really don't have to have that. You just got to be at an ankle real good and everything. And Carroll is a freshman. He's a true freshman, man. That dude came off the edge. Look at the hand technique, what he did. So what Carroll has to learn how to do is when he sets, Coach, when he gets a set,
he got no depth.
No, this happened. He was right, but what happened is when he went for his punch, that's when it got strike.
Facts.
So what you got to do, you got to punch him to get him off, and then when he strikes, you punch him the other way, and you kick. That way you get the leverage, you can get some width and everything like that. But it's a hand fight game, but you're keeping your base solid.
Facts.
Well, I'm talking a lot of football right now.
Exactly. And if you look at his kick slide, he was very short, very short. So he put himself at a disadvantage almost.
He did a
You
short
got to get
set.
a little bit of depth on that kid on that pass pro.
That guy was at a 9. He was at a 9.
Exactly.
And when you do that,
But you know, Coach Sean, that's on your coaching staff. That's on your coach. And I'm not saying more specifically on that. It's the fact that comes with experience. That comes with reps for you to learn as you get in the film. That's a teaching moment. It just sucks that teaching moment has to come late in the season because we couldn't figure out who our starting 5 is. That's coaching. For you not to figure out who's the best available guy for you at tackle. Who's the best available guy for you to slide in that guard position. You keep playing around and you keep rotating, and it finally bit you in the ass. That's on coaching for not figuring that out. Michael Carroll, there's no question the upside on this kid is on question. It's just a lack of experience, which I think he'll definitely get better at.
Yep. I think this game will help him get better. Frankly. Because think about it.
Because he was dominating the run game. I mean, he was putting people on their back.
The speed of the game that he saw tonight, I don't think he's gonna see too much more speed than that.
Yeah.
I seen a tweet that I just want to ask y'all. It's something that Shannon Shaw said. It said Bama keep bringing Kara in as an extra lineman, and he gets beat every time. Same thing happened last week. I highly disagree with that.
What is he talking about bringing in extra lineman? Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. What is he talking about?
Yeah, he's rotating. He's rotating with Wilkin. And now I don't think he is. He is our starting right tackle.
DeMarco, yes, sir, I did. Look no farther than the carry Jam got, and it was a beautiful crease toward the end of the game. Beautiful. He hesitated. I'm not sure if Jam don't have no faith in the offensive line. I'm not sure if he's uncomfortable pressing the line, because a lot of running backs. Now remember, running backs are different, man. Some running backs don't know how to be patient. Some of the running backs are too patient, right? Le'Veon Bell was a perfect running back. Like, he was so patient, right?
Man.
Wasn't the fastest, right? But understood how to get skinny, understood how to wait till the block set up, and then he was through that thing, man.
What, say it again? Wait to the what set up?
Wait till the block set up.
See now you need to go a little deeper than that, Coach Sean, because most
I
people
do.
don't understand what that means, because they think that it's all on the running back. A good running back got to let the lineman work, man.
They got to let them work, bro.
Got to let them work, man. Okay, and then if they working, it's all in sync, and then then you hit it. But I'm not frustrated at all, man. This team is growing. This is year 2. We're still transitioning. At least we're not garbage. We're competing at a high level. There's so much to like. Nobody likes to lose, especially at home.
Facts, man. It's just frustrating. The one thing that frustrates, shout out to Toya too. What's up, Toya? Good to see you, man. It just frustrates me that we gave this team, this team won, and we gave this team so many opportunities. That's why I like having opponents up here who know the game, because a real Oklahoma opponent, if Jay was here right now, Jay would tell you, bro, we feel lucky to have this win. Trust me.
Yep.
We feel lucky to get out of there with a win.
Yep.
Their offense didn't do jack. You know what?
3 points, guys.
3 points.
65-yard drive. Every other point was scored off of a turnover. You can't make it up.
You can't make it up. Can't make it up.
Yeah. You can't make this up, man. But like I said, hey, we had a lot of years of getting spoiled, but I'm telling y'all right now, it's coming back. It may not be this year, but it's coming back. I promise you, it's coming back.
I just want to make the playoffs. That's just my.
I would love to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know what, Jans? You know what? I am so looking forward to the Iron Bowl, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because if this team, like we said earlier in the show this week, this was a character game. Didn't we say that?
Yes,
This
sir.
was a character game. Yeah. And so now look at what happened when we dropped that loss against FSU. We circled the wagons, okay, and we balled. Now let's see. We took a loss that was avoidable, totally avoidable. Okay. And if you've ever been around the game, when you lose like this, do you know how hard you're gonna be practicing now? Because you know you're better than that. Okay. So I'm looking forward to going in the off. I looked at tonight, we was walking out of the tunnel. I'm going like, we're a little bit too jacked up to the point that you can press. And I was telling the guys, we look a little tight, man. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just coming in, let's just cut it loose. You
A
know,
lot of
we had too much to
uncharacteristic stuff.
prove,
Facts,
man. You
Coach
know,
Al.
yeah.
Facts.
So to me, I'm like, okay, we got a practice game next week. You need to get AK Deer in the game so he can get
Yeah.
used to getting hit and guys punching on the ball and all that stuff, so he won't put the ball on the ground at Auburn. But cut that dude loose at Auburn, man.
Yeah.
Put him and Daniel Hill in the game, man, and get some production out the backfield.
Yeah.
Because he got a little speed. He got a little. I'm sorry, Coach Sean.
No, you
there was
good. You
things I noticed, man. There was some runs where Jam kind of bent it, and I'm saying to myself, Jam, use your speed, get to the edge.
Speed.
And
Yeah.
it just wasn't there, man. That extra gear just wasn't there, man. He get a 2-yard gain. But if he got that extra gear, guess what? He's turning the corner. That's an 8-9 yard gain.
Yeah. Yeah, it's frustrating, man. J Mims, I hear you, bro. I'm upset too, bro. I just, I'm upset about how we lost, bro. Not necessarily we lost. I'm upset how we lost. That team didn't beat Alabama. That team didn't just come in and whoop Alabama, run all over. They offense did absolutely nothing. You hear what Coach Jansen said? That team scored on everything we gave them. Turnover.
Let me go ahead. Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Brinsky.
No. And when I see stuff like that, man, where y'all saying this when we was on the winning streak? Where y'all saying these same things? Well, we've been consistent the whole time about everything that we've been saying. But have y'all been saying this? Oh, ties this. Oh, the team's soft. Oh, we gonna lose to this team. Where y'all saying these same things when we were on the winning streak? I don't believe you. We have the internet. Please. I'm telling you, bro. No, J Mims. I believe you're an honest man, but I'm gonna call Cap, my brother. I'm gonna say Cap, big blue Cap. But you probably was, and if you was, that's on me. But I'm gonna call Cap. But it's the same. I'm not just throwing this at you, J Mims, because I've been seeing throughout the show.
Yeah,
it's after a loss that be really killing me sometimes, bro. I've seen some of the best Alabama teams take a loss. I'm like, man, we really, really get spoiled just by what Coach Saban would have did what Coach. Guess what? Coach Saban lost to Louisiana Monroe. Right. I don't want to hear it. Y'all didn't give Kellen DeBoer that same justice his first year. I ain't giving Coach Saban that same justice. Man, we lost to LSU 9-6, missing all those field goals that year. Same year we won the national championship. It's plenty times that we can bring up, man. I guarantee you, y'all. I guess Bama wasn't soft then, but man, what else can? I guess the defense played soft too, huh? Defense played soft too. If you tell me the defense played soft, I'm over it. Then it's no satisfying y'all. I just want y'all to be consistent in what you're saying, because the same stuff that we've been saying week to week, we are fair weather fans. Y'all getting on the team too much. The same stuff that we keep saying. We say it in a win, we say it in a loss. It doesn't matter.
Right.
But now it feel like everybody want to jump out the window when it's a loss.
Hold that up there, Coach Sean. What David
Which
said.
one?
What David said. What you got up there now?
Okay, go ahead.
No, I'm done.
We got to start playing guys that give us the best chance to win. Okay? And I think that that's a true statement, because there's a precedent set with our previous coach.
Yeah.
In the back end of the year, when he feel comfortable with guys knowing the complete system in the offense, you're starting to see some more guys that Womack is playing on defense. You're starting to see new guys emerge, man.
Yeah.
Kelby Collins, he's starting to get a lot more snaps.
Morgan.
Noah's balling now. Noah's getting snaps he's in the rotation. Number 8's in the rotation. Look at Red Morgan. Red Morgan is a difference on defense out of that star position, man. He's physical. Nobody's throwing smoke screens on him. Not at all. He's jamming all of that stuff up, and he plays with some swag. I love this team.
I'll say this. I want to get Coach Jan's spiel on this. It hurt my feelings, bro, when I see a team ball that hard. Yep. We turn the ball. Now, mind you, this is an Oklahoma team that's one of the worst in the country at getting turnovers, right? So they needed that tonight, guys. They needed that, or they don't win this game.
They don't win this game.
They don't win this game, man. right? Bama Gump said some great things up there, man. If
you
these
said-
guys don't get these turnovers, this team does not win this football game, brother.
Not.
You
It
know?
ain't even close, man.
Yeah,
It's
that's
really not close.
It's three
You know,
phases.
because what happens when you turn the ball over, you lose momentum.
that's
If you're not
fast.
turning the ball over, you're not giving them momentum. Guess what? Who got the momentum? We got the momentum. Okay, and that's a real thing. Been saying it all year.
Hey,
They may
Gil
as
is
well-
right though. We've been speaking on it. They got
Yeah.
Coach Al said it a while ago. We gotta, man. We have to get that young man involved with
Right.
this game. That kid is a threat to take it to the house. His pass pro
Right.
may or may not be where it is. You got to get a back in there that can take that thing to the house, man. Right? The way I'm an offensive guy, I'm not the best on defense. Obviously, I know defense just from going against it. The way Brent Venables played us tonight, he never had a fear of us running the football, bro. Never. Coach Jans just spoke on it a while ago. Coach Jans said something, but I didn't interrupt him. That brother had no fear of Alabama just running the ball down. He was willing to let his front four be what it is. We'll take whatever happened, but they are not going to beat us in the back end, though. We're going to make sure of that. You know what I mean?
Did you see what he did with the center of the field? What he did was he kept 2 deep, but he really played like a Tampa 2. He had 3 deep. He wasn't gonna let you get nothing deep on him
at all, bro. Even when they went to quarters,
yeah,
quarter halves.
Yeah,
That-
yeah. He
you're
wouldn't
not-
let that happen, man. He's gonna keep everything in front of him and just pressure you. Yeah.
And Coach Al, it made me
Yeah.
just want to shake the computer because I promise y'all, man, I don't tug our chains and pat us on the back on Brinsky's show. I still got my notes from the other night. I promise y'all, we spoke on every one of these things. We spoke on every one of these things. I even said if we get out there and we see Ty throwing the ball 30-something odd times, we probably gonna be look in the fourth quarter and our ass is gonna be in the fight. They're my exact words. Right? Because that means our running game is either picking up decent yardage every once in a while, but we're not committed to it. Right? Daniel did great, but we never got committed to it. Like Coach Al said, he did look a little fatigued at times. I could tell.
He did.
He was a little fatigued. Right. That's a fact.
Right.
But we never really committed to the run game. Right. And Venables this is not chopped liver you're going against over there, guys. This is not chopped liver. That's a great team with a great defensive head coach. Coach Jans, speak on the fact that this guy was not going to let us beat them in the pass game.
Nope. You guys pretty much said it, man. They played a lot of too high looks. Too high looks the purpose of too high looks is to eliminate the deep ball. That's the whole purpose. You don't want to, right? They just said, well, you know what? We'll allow the shallows. We'll even allow the intermediates, but we're not going to allow you to beat us deep. We don't believe in your run game. We believe that you're gonna get, and this is Alabama all season. This is them all season. 2nd and 10, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 8 situations. Oklahoma's defense will take that every single day in the week. Because if it's 3rd and 11, 3rd and 12, they can pin their ears back and they'll go. Because eventually they were setting it up. First half, they weren't blitzing as much, or if they were, it was just a lot of simplistic blitzes, weren't really showing a lot. The second half, they just ramped it up.
Yep.
They ramped it up. Yep. That's where they started to run a lot of the overloads. They started running a lot of those crossfires. They were mugging. They were kind of mugging those gaps, showing a lot of simulated pressures. They were hiding the corners or hiding their version of the star or their cheetah. They were hiding him and letting him kind of come in those delayed blitzes, using the outside corner, sending him on those blitzes, and Ty just didn't sense it. Ty didn't see it, didn't sense it, or he failed to kind of pick that up. But that's where they started to close. That's Oklahoma, man, and that's who they've been all year. They don't force a lot of turnovers, but they're one of the most efficient blitz rate teams in college football. They're a top 5 team. Pressures, sacks, whatever you name it, they're top 10 of. They don't play. They are a very good defense with a solid. They have a really, really good defensive rotation, and they didn't even have their best pass rusher today. Mason Thomas, who he is not even a question, who was their best pass rusher, not even a doubt, didn't even play today. I can only imagine what he how they would have used him, because they don't just use him as your regular. Again, for the most part, he's more of a 2-point stance sort of guy. But they use him a lot. They don't use him at that edge. They use him in the C gap. They use him in the B gap. They use him sometimes in the A gap sometimes as well. He's all over there. He's all over the place. He's basically their Rashaan Evans when Rashaan Evans was kind of utilized as a pass rusher. That's who he is. And there were certain occasions where I'm like in the first half, I'm like, yeah, they're kind of missing them. They don't got that speed. They just don't have that same speed off the that guy that can threaten off the edge. They don't have that guy. But hey, shout out to Brent Venables. They found a way to do it. They're also experiencing injuries. They also lost key players, and they found a way to win off of turnovers. They just played the waiting game.
Right.
That's all they did. They just played the waiting game. They said Bama will screw up. Eventually, they're gonna get impatient. They'll screw up, and and we're gonna get the ball back and capitalize. But
that first one, Jess, he dialed it up. That first one, he was a fire zone, and what happened was our protection didn't see it. You know what I mean? And that's the inexperience. You know what? And one of the things our offensive linemen do, I think I commented to the guy.
Please.
As an offensive lineman,
There you go.
especially in a passing situation, your eyes are up.
Yeah.
I mean, you're scanning next level. You know, you're scanning for what ifs, okay? And then you can still make a call to the guy beside you. You got them all like that. You know what I'm saying? And so, again, a lot of that stuff, man, Oklahoma threw some stuff at us that's going to make us better, frankly. You know, so at least as a coach, that's what I would take it as, because I want to be pushed to my limits, so I know what my limits are, so I can get better. Okay, playing sorry teams like Ohio State been playing all year, they don't know how good or how bad they are until they play a team like that and hit them in the mouth. You know, now A&M got pushed to the limits today. Look at how they responded.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So to me, man,
I tell you this, Coach Al, on that first interception, because Ty said Hike, he got the ball, he looked straight over there, and it was like
read him the entire time.
Drop. Bro, I was like, don't throw it, bro. I was saying it as he was throwing it, because the safety, bro. When I tell you, he saw his eyes and automatically beeline toward. I don't even think the safety knew what the play was, but I know when he saw Ty's eyes turn that way, that rascal took off that way, bro. And as soon as the ball let go, he was right there.
I think he did, because the corner beat him to the route. The corner beat the receiver. I mean, we can say it's pass interference all we want, but the receiver beat the corner to the route. You watch it go back. That he went as soon as that play snapped. He went like he was playing the robber role. Looked like, but he went.
But they dialed one up. They dialed one up.
Yeah.
That's what they did. What they did, they influenced our tackle and our guard to flare. Okay, so the protection wasn't solid. The protection wasn't solid. It was Bob. It was man on man. Okay, so what happened when they flared to take their man? Here come that fire zone, man, right down the pipe. And he timed it perfect, right? I mean, as soon as the ball got there on the snap, he was there, and Ty had to react. Now, again, he had to do it over again, he probably would have threw it over the dude's head instead of trying to complete a pass. But that's pressure. You know what I'm saying? So pressure make you do stupid stuff like that.
Facts,
and all of us do it. So
facts, Tim. Coach Al spoke on that, Tim. 100% facts, Coach Al spoke on that, bro.
Them guys are not scrubs. Just because they freshmen don't mean they are scrubs.
That's right.
Those guys were 5-star tackles for a reason.
Yeah.
And let me say this, man, Brinsky. What Brinsky saying? Brinsky keeping it rated G. I could go rated R on you, man, but I don't even feel like it, bro. The thing about what we're trying to tell y'all is when we on the show, I even had one fan. I ain't even gonna get on him because he wasn't trying to be mean or nothing. He just didn't understand why I was giving Oklahoma love. Oklahoma ain't this. They lost to such and such. It's not a transitive property thing. Who you lose to. Listen, please listen to everybody in the chat. Please listen to what I'm finna tell you. We understand how to watch film, people. The film don't lie. If you have trouble in certain areas, the film is gonna tell another coach. Okay, right, Coach. This is how I can't explain to them how we get prepared for the week, right? With the teams we play. That is what the whole crux of our practice is. Everything is based off of what you put on film. I think it's Kane Womack that said, "What you put on film, you got to be responsible for."
That's right.
That's why he said it. The film is don't. I understand as a fan, you want Bama to win and everybody else sucks. That's not how it go. That's not reality, right? We have some deficiencies, as other teams have some deficiencies.
Right.
It's a chess match on can you exploit my deficiencies before I exploit yours, and to what degree,
right.
Depending on down and distance, right? That is what the film is for, people. I have told y'all 7 weeks. Jam is great. But in this system, for some reason, he is not extenuating his full talent, it's just not working, right?
Right.
If I see us struggling on the offensive line at certain spots and in certain things that I could attack if I was a defensive guy, do you not think Brent Venable see that? like this ain't me hating on Bama. I'm just telling you what another coach is going to do to you.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
I
That's what
gave
make the
Texas
shift.
A&M love, and another fan, why you Texas A&M ain't played nobody? They suck. No, brother, they don't have to be better than Alabama. But as of today, they're playing better than Alabama. They're more consistent than Alabama in what they do. Right? Their identity is laid out, and that's what they're gonna do. Look at today. That team was down 30-3 and won.
1 point.
And the quarterback
In
threw
the
2
second half.
interceptions in the first half, 2 or 3 interceptions in the first half, and came back and won the Heisman in the second half.
Bro,
Risky.
you know, if that's you, guess what? You know exactly who the hell you are. Trust me. Speak on it, man. Y'all speak on it. I'm gonna be quiet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we just having a show, Coach, and we just kind of, talking to people. Well, we've been talking about all year, really. Every team got warts. Every team has a weakness. Okay, and if you turn again, we're gonna say we have a broken record. Turnovers are backbreakers.
Kill
In
you.
short field situations, every turnover they got, one was a pick six, but the other 2 were in our red zone. Come on, man. And the defense held them out except for one play when Material held them with 3. Come on, man. Those what they call them, Coach? They call them when it's a quick exchange. What's the term for it? When there's a turnover, like boom, it happens. You back on the field for defense. You practice those kind of things. There's a term that we call it. I think it escapes me at the moment. But the defense had to get right back on the field after getting off, and then they have to lock in and
Yeah,
stop.
man, that's tough. Especially when you had a previous tough series,
Right.
and you that's tough, man. That's
So if you go look at the ball field position the whole night, they had field position on us all night because their punter was good. We turned it over. It's very, very hard to win fighting uphill the whole game.
and then your special teams ain't working out, Coach Al.
This team ain't working, man. What they too. I will say this too. People talk about us being soft, and I did not see a soft team, man. Crimson.
Hey.
I didn't see it. What I saw tonight was more space for our running back. I saw us getting downhill in the middle of the field more than we ever have all year
Against the best defense we've played.
Excellent defense, man.
Yeah.
Daniel Hill was a difference. The offensive
Hey.
line was a difference tonight, man. I mean, that's the way I saw it. But just call me wrong. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about.
Hey, man. Hey, that's what I said. I want to know I just want to know what makes this team soft all of a sudden. I didn't want to know what made him soft all of a sudden. That's why I said, if you wasn't saying this during the win streak, I don't care about what you got to say during the loss. Because a lot of y'all wasn't saying this. That's why I'm calling out the bullshit.
Did you hear what they said tonight? Alabama's defense was number 1 in scoring in the SEC, not outside.
In conference.
They were number 1 scoring defense in the conference.
It's facts, man.
That's what we put on tape, and that's what we saw tonight.
It's crazy to me because
and
DeMarco asked about he was asking Gil and I about Xavier Crowell. I'll say this, DeMarco. I've seen his high school film, and I think he's the type back to fit what Coach DeBoer wants to do. But I mean, I can never tell you about what'll go on until these kids get in college, man. High school football, take it from me, is way different than what they'll be doing in college. I don't even think on one highlight I've seen Xavier pass block. When you get in college, it's a whole nother game, brother. But he has the talent to be great, just as great as anybody else. That's a fact, DeMarco. Let me say this right here, Coach Jay. Let me get you on this. Defensively, the defense kept this team in the game the whole game, bro. The whole game. This may have been the best defensive series to series game that I've seen them play against a team like that I've seen, right? They played well. They was aggressive up front. Yanze Pierre actually set the edge pretty well. Remember this, guys. Remember this. Shout out to my brother Dwight too, man. See Dwight in here, man. Remember this. We didn't play well on special teams. Hey, we gave up a punt return, almost a punt return at the beginning of the game, right? Our special teams didn't play well. We gave them great field positioning from the jump. We didn't kick the ball well. We was giving them short fields the whole time. We was starting on long fields the whole time. So you lose the field position battle. You lose the special teams battle. You lose the turnover battle, right? But your stats say you possibly won the football game. That tell you where the game was won at, people. That tell you where the game was won at.
Right. This is the highest yardage differential in a loss that we've had in over 20 years. Something like that. It's a significant number. Okay. So you lose the game by something else other than stats. That's what you just said. But you go and look at it. I mean, OU is just like Bama. OU has beat 4 AP ranked teams this year, tied with who? Alabama.
That's right.
So that's who we were playing tonight. We were playing ourselves.
They were battle tested, man. And then a lot of things, man. We throwing up meaningless stats, and then it's just coming back to bite us. I was just like, man, why y'all keep doing this, man? Yeah. And it was just a stat like we haven't lost it on a homecoming game since 2001. I'm like, bro, usually they play scrubs on homecoming. So
yeah, you're right.
I was like, okay, man. Oklahoma is. Hey, Andrew, I hear you. Oklahoma is trash. They ain't little trash on defense.
Oklahoma's trash. What?
Hey, brother. All right. See, this is what I'm talking about right here. Stuff like this. Y'all keep getting caught up in this stuff if you want to. We ain't just talking just to talk, man. We've been saying it all year. We're not just talking just to talk. That's why we're not surprised. We're not surprised. But okay, you keep thinking that, brother. You think Auburn defense is trash too? They lost to this and that.
Y'all about to find out. Y'all find
out. You better tell them. Shout out to Herb and Raj for y'all going further. Shout out to Herb and Raj, the broskies right there, man. Make sure you tap in with those guys. Awesome content. Absolutely. We got to hook up with those guys and get them on the channel, man. Hey, go ahead and say what you're finna say, Jans and Brinsky, because you heard it here first. You better wake up and recognize.
No, everybody trash because they playing Alabama. You gonna find out real quick. I want to go in there and dominate in Jordan Hill. Trust me, I would rather have that. But okay, keep thinking this is a game. Okay, don't be surprised.
You know something? When the spread came out and we were talking, I'm going like, the spread's that high?
Yeah, facts.
I'm going like, the spread's 6.5. Are you serious?
Crazy.
This is a pick 'em. You know, I mean, Brett Venables had 2 weeks to prepare for you, dude.
2 weeks.
And they were playing better football. The quarterback was getting healthy. Things were kind of coming for them in the right way.
Right.
You know, and they had a lot to play for, man. They were playing for their playoff lives. Now we got a lot to play for. Let's see if we're going to play for our playoff lives in Jordan Hare. Regardless of where we can play them down the street at the Y. We just want to play them. Okay?
Look at what Nova J Speed said, Coach J. Grab that one, Coach J.
This is OU defense is scary. It's scary good, and they had 2 weeks to prep for us. While you were saying Bama is soft, we put up 406 yards to their 212. We didn't allow a single TD in the second half.
Best comment of the night.
12.
Best comment of the night, man.
Yep.
They had asking why did we lose? Yeah.
Only one way you lose: turnovers. You lost this game. I mean, literally every single statistic. If I was able to read you the box score, if you didn't watch the game and you didn't know the score, if I told you 406 yards to do it to their 212, that John Mateer was going to be held to under 150 yards, that they were going to be held to under 100 yards rushing, that in a 65, 70-yard regular drive, all they scored was 3 points. You would have thought they lost. Everything would tell you, Bama might have smoked them, until you look at the turnovers. All the turnovers resulted in points. Bama beat themselves.
Let me interrupt you for 10 seconds, bro.
And field position.
Shout out to my brother L Danger. That's my homeboy right there, man. That's my boy Danger. If y'all go to my Twitter page and see the Georgia fan that keep betting us and he keep having to pay us up, you know what I'm saying? He bet us up. We better we don't try to bet no money, government property. So we don't try to bet no money. We did bet a soda. And I wanted to make it really, really special. So I didn't get a classic Coke like my homeboy Big A. I wanted a Faygo, something he had to go look for. You know what I'm saying? And he brought me a damn Fanta. You know what I mean? But I wanted a Fago. Make him go ahead to look for stuff. You can't find Fagos everywhere no more. But
That's
shout out
right.
to my brother Danger, man. Y'all better handle y'all business tonight, man. You know what I mean? That's my homeboy JD. Much love to my broski right there, man. Go ahead, Jans. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because Georgia fans, you can clown us on this loss, but the fact of the matter is, you don't control your own destiny. You don't control your own destiny. The fact of the matter is, we beat Auburn. We're in the SEC championship game. So despite us losing a game that we had no business losing, we beat Auburn. We clinch a playoff spot, and we clinch a spot in the SEC championship game. So, yeah, I mean, for the most part, I mean, we'll hear it. We'll hear it from it all. Like, a lot of people will talk their trash, and rightfully so. Fact of the matter is, though, you got to be the Texas team that's fighting for their playoff life. Texas fight; they cannot lose this game. They lose this game, then they play. They still control their destiny. However, they play A&M at the end of the season.
That's right.
They cannot afford to lose
right there,
this game.
Jans.
They can't. So they're going to do whatever it takes to win this game. They're going to do whatever it takes to win. And let me tell you something about Georgia. You got Georgia Tech coming up too. You got a dangerous Georgia Tech football team that you play at the end of the season. So we, believe it or not, are in a much better position. All we have to do is beat Auburn, and we're good. You have to get through this game, and you got to get through Georgia Tech. So I wouldn't be talking a lot of smack if I was a Georgia fan right now. I would hold it. I would definitely kind of hold my place because again, you can clown us as much as you want. Fact of the matter is, you can't beat this Bama team. You can't beat them. So it is what it is on that front.
J Mims said Auburn had 2 weeks to they got a bye week before they're on bye week this week, right? No, next week, this week.
When they got a bye week this
they
week.
had the bye week this week.
Okay.
Yes,
Shout out to Lynn.
They're back.
Lynn says if anyone on screen or in this chat think the Alabama loss was not on play calling, then you don't know football. I'm gonna drop a name with us in the Ivory. Okay, in the Ivory. Yeah. I can't hardly see past the turnovers, Lynn. I'm so mad about the turnovers, man.
I respectfully disagree, brother.
Yeah, they're just giving them turnovers, man. When you look at, if you take away those turnovers, Lynn, to me, Oklahoma loses this game handily. You know, giving them the ball on plus territory on I end of the field, twice? 2 times, 3 times,
right?
You know, throwing an interception for a pick 6. You know, it's just like every time we got something. Yeah, it's like you can't do that against sorry teams, much less Oklahoma.
I will say this to what Grubb has not shown us this year in terms of our receiver group. We haven't seen them with the ball in their hands on the move. We see a lot of digs, a lot of curls. Yep. You know, we see a lot of corners. You know, smash routes and different things. You know, smash concepts and dig. You know, dagger concepts. We see a lot of that vertical stuff, but we don't see a lot of meshes, a lot of shallows, a lot of slants. Those we just don't see it. And these guys, I mean, Jeremy Bernard with the ball in his hands, he's something special. He's a big guy. He's hard to tackle. You want Ryan moving in space anyway because he has that burst of speed. I mean, back with Waddle and Smitty and all them dudes were there, man, they get the ball thrown a 5-yard pass, man. They're taking it to the house, man. You know, because that scares the defense, man. That really scares the defense. We got a really fast guy running through those zones like that. And we don't do that enough this year for me. I would like to see that in our offense. I really would. So that's what I have an issue with on the play call. Sometimes our plays take too long to develop in the passing game. We did it last year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and no, I was screaming last year. Why are we calling all these long concept plays when our line is questionable? Okay, why don't we get Milroe's pretty decent guy. You know, in the short pass, it was intermediate where he was having some problems, and Ty early on was good intermediate and over the middle. Now he's missing high on something. Okay. In the middle, because he's I think he's overstride a little bit. He's aiming the ball a little bit, and trying to be so perfect instead of just cutting loose and playing football. So little bitty things.
Yeah, man. That was like, hey, man, it is what it is, man. We pretty much just got to move past it. I like, man, shoot. Ain't like you said many times, bro. You take away those turnovers, we win this game easily. It's not even close.
Yep. That's right.
Like-
I agree. I mean, it's double digits, easy. It's double digits.
Yeah, it stings. I mean, that's just the best way to describe it. It just stings. You win this game, we don't. I mean, I'm chilling. I'm gonna be honest with you. I understand the Auburn Alabama rivalry, but I'm chilling. I'm worried about January at this point. I'm taking my vacation. You know what I'm saying? I'm just I'm relaxing from now on because that's it. You get a playoff spot, you get an SEC championship. Hate to say it, but those 2 games are preseason games. The Auburn game and I'm guessing the A&M game. Those are preseason games. That's seeding now. Which, of course, you want to bye week. You want to try to get some energy off. But you can, again, Ohio State, we just seen a team win 4 straight games without playing in a Big Ten championship and playing the SEC. And guess what? Playing in and they didn't have a bye. And guess what? They lost to Michigan. They lost to a team that they should never lost to. But guess what? Michigan came, they were ready to play. They executed a lot better. They capitalized on Ohio State's turnovers. And Ohio State got right, won the national championship. So sometimes, like I said, this is the wake-up call that you need because you should have won. You should have easily won this game if you just didn't turn the ball over. If Cole Adams would have just been the returner from the start.
Yep, that's right.
Again, thank God Daniel Hill, the ball went out of bounds and that resulted in the first down because that easily could have been an Oklahoma turnover. They jumped on the ball first. They just didn't recover it. If we didn't throw a pick six, if these turnovers didn't happen, we win. So, yep, exactly. And the crazy part is we dropped 2 pick sixes. If Hill Green catches the picks, if he catches it, or Justin Jefferson, if he catches the pick six, boom. We score and the turnover. We're not even talking about the turnover. We just didn't. That's the difference between the good teams and the bad teams like South Carolina today, who was up by 27 points and miraculously somehow some way lost. Auburn was the same situation. How many teams have we watched this year for Auburn when they should have won? It's not like they're getting blown out. Auburn, all of their losses are close losses. All of them are competitive. Again, offense looks sloppy, but their defense is doing all the work. All of the work is the defense. It's competitive as all hell, and it goes down to the wire. That's the difference between the good teams and the bad teams. South Carolina, 4 straight games, 3 losses. They should have won. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. They should have beaten us. South Carolina should have won that football game against us. But guess what? They can't. They don't know how to win. They don't know how to win. So that's the difference between the good teams and the bad teams. Good teams figure out ways to capitalize off the mistakes, and they figure out ways to take advantage of it. Bad teams figure out a way to screw it up. That's the difference. And we have been on the good side of things. And today was just we were on the opposite side of the spectrum. We lost the game that we should have won, dominated everything you could potentially think of, except for one important key stat, and that was turnovers.
Hey, I'll say this, man. You know, and I know we're going to get too deep on it, and I'm going to get up out of here so y'all can go watch the Georgia game. But I'll say this, bro. You know, again, film don't lie, man. A lot of film out there on Alabama right now. And Alabama, don't look now, but South Carolina, LSU, this game, a lot of teams are playing us a lot the same way. They're doing a lot of the same things, right? The lack of a constant running game, I said that when you run into better competition, especially teams with better defensive personnel, you better have your hat on straight, right? You can't afford to turn the ball over. You're not a type team that can, you know, handle 3 or 4 turnovers and still win the game, even though we were right there, right? I wouldn't want to do that every week. I wouldn't want to do that every week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You lost by what? 2 points.
2 points. Yeah.
All we needed to do was get field goal range and could have won the game, but it just didn't happen.
Yeah. This is a wheelhouse I don't want to live in, you know, where we turn the ball over and missing field goals and, you know, dropping, you know, fumbling and fumbling on punt returns. And man, it's we got to clean up some things, man, because just like Coach Jay said, you better listen now. And I know this hurt my partner Brinsky's ears, but we'll have a practice game next week, like Coach Al said. But that team you going to here in 2 weeks from now, they're gonna be almost just as good on defense.
Coach, that's a more. I'm sorry, Auburn is a more dangerous team to play than Oklahoma. Not even close.
And
that's a more.
You play home, James. You playing them down there in Zombie Land. So.
Oh man, they just booty cheeks. Like Andrew Gold said, we just played a trash team. They're not a good football team. He keeps saying that, but okay.
Coach Sean, you see
That
what's
same, you remember when we had that? I don't know what show it was on. It could have been mine, but I think you probably had it, Coach Sean. I can't remember who we was on, and they was asking, Oklahoma last 4 games against us, Tennessee, and then the other 2 at home, LSU, and I forgot who else they play.
They had two straight road wins. They beat Tennessee and they beat us. We can't beat it. We can't beat Tennessee on the road. We haven't won there in how many 4 years?
And then they was like, because they were saying, Jans, because this is what they were saying. I think the question was asked, like, can Oklahoma get to 9 or 10 wins or something? I was like, it was something close to it. I was like, yeah, I believe they're gonna get one of these Tennessee games, and they're gonna win both of them games at home. I just got to figure out what channel we was on. I'm gonna pull that footage.
That's a fact.
Me and
I
you
think I was with you.
that.
I think I was with you on that.
Yeah, you was, because we both said that none. They can possibly. I just didn't think they were gonna beat Bama. If we take away those turnovers, we beat them. And then I know they about to win these 2 games at home. I know they about to win these 2 games at home. I would be shocked if they don't.
Oklahoma, Oklahoma, you mean?
Oklahoma, yeah.
Yeah, Missouri and LSU.
LSU.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
so you want to speak on what Len's talking about right there?
Yeah, Len says, how can you disagree when it's a first down on the 25 and we throw the ball on first down for a pick 6 that on play calling run the ball that you run the ball on the first down, Sean? It was a I guess that's a piss play calling. Yeah. I would say this, Len. What if I told you on the where Ty went with the football? What if I told you on the other side of the field, Isaiah Horton was 1-on-1 in press coverage? No safety was on the other side, other hash. What if I tell you that? And if Ty just look over there, it's an easy. He practically didn't jam him on the release. What if I tell you it's an easy completion if Ty just looked there?
Let me say this too, though. No, to that. Brent Venables is excellent at tendencies.
Facts.
Okay. And a lot of times you want to throw the ball when they think you're going to run it and run it when you think you're going to throw it. So maybe that's where Len's coming from. Because one thing that we do throw the ball quite a bit. Mm-hmm. All right. So I could see that. But in every game, if you're running 70 plays, there's going to be a play call that you miss on. You know what I mean? In this case, it went against us. If it was an incomplete pass on that fire zone that was right in Ty's grill, it would have been an inconsequential play. Nobody's talking about it. But it went for 6, and that's what we're talking about. So let me say this to that. I need to go back. This is a reaction show.
Yeah.
We always go back and look at the film, and then Brinsky has a show on Monday where we break the game down because we've had a chance to cool off and look at the tape. Okay. So tonight is more reaction than anything. The reaction is we lost the game. We lost the game due to turnovers, point blank period. We had fewer penalties, doubled them up in yards, probably had time possession, probably doubled them up on plays. You know, all those things that you think you will win the game on. But in this particular instance, Ed Venables has studied us till you can't even understand. So he know our tendencies. And that's what he did. He used that against us. Okay. And it worked. It worked. He dialed one up.
Coach, you know, folks had the same reaction about Ty after the first game. You know, they was like, "Oh, Ty just ain't it. Ty trash and all this stuff." What happened when we came that Monday? And you got to look at all 22. Man, it went on Ty.
Went on him.
That's what I'm saying. You think you see some things until you okay. If you just see it all on TV at one time, why do we need all 22 then? If you just see it all on TV, if you think you just see it all, why do we watch the all 22? Yeah. We just wasting our time if we see it all on TV.
How about this? How about we go into Athens and put one on them? And Ty played like brilliant that night.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, when you go back and look at the tapes, man, some of the adjustments, I think, Coach Sean, you said it, Jan said it, one of you guys said it earlier in the show. He's Bryce 2022. They putting so much on the guy's plate, man.
Yeah.
And he's processing all of that after the first clap. First clap, look. Okay, get over here. Okay, we're gonna set protection. Okay, 80, get over here. We're gonna combo protect. Okay, boom. And you know what, right? in less than 10 seconds, and then throwing dimes. Okay, that's a lot. And I dare anyone watching to do that at his level, what he's doing. And so, I mean, like I said, the season's nowhere near over. Um, and if this team is the character that we've seen all year, they're going to bounce back.
Facts, man. Let me give my boy Paul T. Oh, and Jans, my homeboy JD just texted me. He said, Jans, he wasn't talking stuff about Bama. He was just coming here showing love. I just threw it in there. He was a Georgia fan. He wasn't being disrespectful or nothing. He just was, what I'm saying, showing love. He wasn't even saying nothing for sure. He just wanted
that wasn't. Yeah, that wasn't at him. There are Georgia fans talking right now on that.
Oh yeah.
So you already know they're watching. That's what
JD. That was at your brethren. That wasn't at you. That was at your Georgia brethren. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my brother JD, man. Paul T says, I just really hate that a great defense performance tonight was wasted tonight. I really thought Oklahoma would have more success on offense. And Paul T, you spot on, man. You always spot on with your comments, man. Thank you for that $5 super chat, bro. You always spot on with it. It's tough to play that well on defense and watch what happened on offense. To my brother Lynn, I agree with you several times on play calls, Lynn. I just think on that one play, we just got beat. We got beat on, it's a rep thing, right? I understand the tendency, like he said, the tendency of it. That's why he played press on the other side. If you look at the play, if Ty just looks the other way, it was a short drop back. It wasn't a 5-step, if I'm not mistaken. It was kind of like a boom, 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 let it go. Because I was like, no, don't throw it, because the safety was already a beeline. If he just looks the other way and float the ball, who knows? You know what I mean? So it's just a football thing, Lynn. Just as well as I do. It's a rep thing. You win some, you lose some. And on that one, we certainly lost. Yeah.
He dialed one up on us, man. Ran that fire zone to that short field side, man, and caught us.
Yeah. Okay. So like Gil right here, Gil say I agree. Grubb didn't call his best. So Gil, is it Grubb didn't call his best call, or Brent Venables just had a better game against us? Which one is it?
He owned Grubb. Like no, did Grubb called some things like I like what he did with the two with whenever we went to 12-13 personnel, it was successful. Yeah. Again, for the most part, Josh Cuevas I thought had a really good game. I think a lot of that though again was because Josh Cuevas just was able to leak. And again, they gave us the underneath, but Josh Cuevas, he was able to, shout out to him, man. Was able to kind of be skinny out there and was able to kind of find ways to give us the yards necessary to move the chains. I wish we could have went. We would have kept going to it, because I'm looking at right now. We averaged 4.6 yards a game when we came out of 12-13 personnel. When ironically enough, whenever we went to 11, or we went to 11 personnel, it just. I like I said, it's 4.1 yards, and that's including big gains of distance. It's 4.1, and the big reason why is because a lot of it ended up being incompletions, because that's where the fire zone came. That's when they were disguising. That's when they were disguising their looks and kind of hiding the corners, coming off the edge to go out there and make plays. I mean, it's just it's crazy. But no, I always kept saying all day. I think we got to start to utilize these tight ends a little bit more, man. I think we have a really good tight end set. I'm noticing that for the most part, whenever we are going downhill with the block with blocking, for the most part, these tight ends are getting involved and they're making key blocks. We got to keep using these tight ends. We can't. I'm tired of us going away with something that's already working, man. Because the tape's out there. Out there about Bama, and guess what Auburn does? Auburn now again, they run a lot of cover. They run a lot of cover one man for the most part, but they also run a lot of Tampa 2 variations. What do you think?
They did tonight. They did tonight. They did tonight. They really did tonight. They really rolled into a Tampa 2, but it wasn't a linebacker. It was a dime guy.
Yeah.
And but the coaches, man, I thought I sent them the email to IM to take Jackson Lloyd and put him in number 84 and make him an inline Y. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then we got that piece solved. Okay. Because the defense they're gonna have to declare, and they're gonna have to be symmetric. So now that gives us double teams. That gives us somebody that can hold the edge on pin and pull, who can come down and give us a pin and pull, or run outside zone because he can hold point. All right. And the guys that we got, they're adequate pass catchers, but they're not dominated run blockers. 81 and 80 are not. Okay, they have some severe limitations when it comes to inline, hand in the ground, tight end block, and that really hampers our running game. But again, you take a page out of what Nick Saban did. He took Randolph, he took Williams. Mm-hmm. They were agile tackles, but they weren't starters. He put an 80-something on them, and they played tight end. We were running the football. When you got to have 4 yards, 5 yards, put 6 offensive linemen in the game, make 180. Okay, and now you got them outnumbered at the line. You got a hat for a hat, but you're gonna win somewhere because you got a double team. Just run to the double team. Check it right to the double team. Anyway,
that's facts, man. You know, it is.
That's nuanced kind of stuff. You know,
yeah.
It ain't smoke and mirrors. That's solid football right there.
No, it ain't smoke and mirrors. I said right here in these notes, they probably can't. I said Ty has to have some help. You know, we can't go out here putting everything on Ty. You know, and better defenses and better teams are going to make it tough on you, brother. It is, man. Shout out to Uncle Jay, man. Georgia is handling Texas. $2 super chat. Thank you, Uncle Jay. We finna get up out of here and let everybody go watch it, man. Uncle Jay, I appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate you, and it's so good to see you as always. Thank you, everybody that super chatted, man. You guys are awesome as always. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, everybody, for tapping in, bro. I believe Crimson says, roll MF and Tide, everybody. We got rid of 2 distractions tonight, the Heisman and the SEC championship. Hey, he right. Hey.
Now the championship is still there, man. Believe it or not.
It's still there.
I'm just happy. I'm just don't care about the Heisman. I'm like, bro, who cares?
Yeah, I don't care about the Heisman.
Bro, you want to be national champ? Like, bro, we won more. We had the most national championships without a Heisman Trophy winner.
That's right.
So what do I care? Like, we just recently started winning Heisman in my lifetime. So, man, let's get over that, man. Who cares? F a Heisman.
Shout out to my brother Gil. Facts, Gil. So give me y'all last thoughts, man. Starting with Coach Jans. Give me your last thoughts, Coach Jans, on what you're thinking as far as moving forward to Auburn and tonight.
You're playing against a very dangerous football team. You're playing against the number 1 defense in the country in run stopping rate. You're going against a top 10 defense in havoc rate. You're going against a top 25 national secondary. You're going against it for the most part. Oklahoma's edges were solid today. They were very disciplined football, but they're not better than Auburn's. Keldrick Folk, Kerryon Crawford, they got a lot of depth there too. They're big, they're strong, they're very physical. They like to pinch too. They like to pinch a lot. They like to run a lot of different twists and stunt variations as well. This is also a team that runs a lot of simulated pressures. They run a lot of Tampa 2 variations, but they also they're a press man team. That's what they are. They love to press. So you're going to see a lot more man cover situations. I doubt this team's going to go into a lot more zone like we saw today with Oklahoma, especially with a lot of the fire zone, but you are going to see a lot of overload blitzes. You could see you could see the fire zone, but for the most part, Auburn is also a top 10 team in blitz rate as well. You're going against a much dangerous defense, and I'm not worried about Auburn's offense, even though I will say this, they got 2 receivers on the outside you can't ignore. You cannot ignore Cam Coleman, and you cannot ignore Eric Singleton. Just can't do it. No matter how trash Auburn's passing attack is, I don't know if Jackson Arnold is going to start. I don't know, man, because the other quarterback against Vanderbilt with 38 points, that was really impressive, but Jackson Arnold, a lot of the quarterback runs that I think we've gotten way better at defending, a lot of the quarterback runs. They're not running as much veer as anymore, even with Jackson in the first place. But if he start, they probably will run a lot of that. I love the fact how we were able to kind of that we were able to go out there and contain. Players were spilling. Players were also kind of filling in certain gaps. Play with really good run integrity, and against a quarterback that for the most part that was trying to run a lot more of the counter runs. Really, one of them was let free, and I think a lot of it was because we were just kind of. I got to go back and watch, but I think we were just out of the gap. We were just not there in time. And then we just couldn't really fill in correctly, which allowed the big run to happen. But other than that, it's just we got to win that game against Auburn. It's a must. You got no choice. You lose the game, your season's over, and we're back to playing in the Outback Bowl. You win this game, you win this football game, you get up, you clinch your playoff berth, and you have a chance. And you're playing in Atlanta for December for a chance to get the bye. If we would have won this game today, you would have had it. We would have had it. and then Auburn, and then wherever we play. I mean, literally, we're on vacation. We would have been on vacation. But it is what it is, guys. You know, we lost the game that we should have won. Hopefully, that this fires this team up. If you're a defensive player, I know you gotta be fuming. You might want to punch some of these guys in the face, man. But hopefully that should be fuel and add extra motivation for this offense and special teams unit to get it right. This coaching staff, I ain't gonna lie to you, some of this coaching staff, they let these players down today. They need to apologize to some of these defensive players as well. But it is what it is, man. We got to we got to move past it because our season's alive. Our season's alive. Beat Auburn, you're in. You lose to Auburn, your season's over, and we're probably playing Michigan again in the Outback Bowl, which I don't want to play Michigan again.
That'd be terrible. That'd be terrible. That'd be mentally terrible, bro. Facts, Jans. Coach Al, give me your spiel, man. Give me your spiel on tonight and what you seeing going for moving forward.
Well, Big Blue won an event today. I know that. So
yeah, man. Shout out to JSU. Shout out to JSU, bro.
I'll say that. You know, that was a big win for us today. You know, because we needed that to go to the SWAC championship. Okay, most people on this probably don't know what I'm talking about.
Out of it.
Facts.
But you know what I'm talking about, Coach Sean. And
I do.
But
I do.
Yeah. So hey, listen, man. Y'all already heard how I felt about tonight. You know, you're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some. But as Nick Saban used to always say, you can get more out of a loss than you do out of a win. Okay. Are we gonna get more out of a loss and play with a sense of urgency and grow up from this, you know, so we can go into Auburn with a game plan and get, because again, DJ is just like Venables. He's gonna break down your tendencies, right, and he's gonna press the button and dial something up when you know you're gonna be in tendency to make a play. So that's all I gotta say about that. I'm still 100% Alabama. Defense played a heck of a game. We played a great game. We just turned the ball over tonight.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say about that. And I appreciate everybody for pulling up tonight and, you know, hearing what we got to say.
Total, Coach.
Hey, that's great, man. Great for your channel, man. Everybody hit that like button, man. Coach Sean, like I say, he's a dangerous man out here in the YouTube streets, man, because dudes say the truth is in the details. And I'm going to tell you, he's absolutely right, my brother. I appreciate you having me on tonight. Everybody's showing us love. You know, let me tell you something right now. This 6-inch space between your ears is the most important real estate on the planet because it's yours. God gave it to you. You keep that free, all that junk out there. You can live the best life possible and can't nobody touch you. Stay free.
Love that, man. Absolutely love that, man. You're only good as the people around you, bro. My broskies right here are the best in the business. Trust me. Brinsky, lace them tonight and moving forward.
Oh, man, like you said, man, we don't commit those. I just say we take one of those turnovers away, man, we win the game.
Thank you.
It's just that simple, man. You take one of those turnovers away, we win the game. I'm about to say it's not the end of the world. If you call us fair weather fans, that means you don't have an argument to justify what you're saying. Go against what we're saying. So it doesn't really matter to me or whatnot. So I'd rather be, you can call me a fair weather fan. I got pictures to show. I had this thing running through my blood, man. I got pictures to prove that. I didn't run when we was losing to Auburn 6 times in a row. This is nothing to me. This is new to some of y'all because y'all just new over here. You know, of course we lost. Yes, I'm upset that we lost. I want to win every game, but guess what? You can't win them all. But like, it's a lesson in losses. Like, we're gonna learn a lot about this team. Everything is still open for us to accomplish this year, win a national championship. We just gotta everybody just gotta be on the same accord. So we're gonna see how it is. So, like I said, man, if you call us fair weather fans, I love it. I just laugh at you. It's just funny to me when I see stuff like that. No, you put me on the big screen.
I did, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That's what I said, man. It is what it is, man. That's what I said. I laugh at stuff like that when people can't justify their argument. I understand, Coach Carl. I understand.
Shout out to Coach Carl. Looking for you tonight, bro. Looking for you where you was at tonight, Coach Carl.
Exactly. That's why I said, man, of course we're going to be pissed, man. But, hey, you shouldn't be surprised either. We try to tell y'all. But Alabama can piss out gold to a lot of y'all. But
that's true. Don't you
they
dare
can't
say
do no wrong in
gonna
y'all
challenge
lives. Alabama can't do no wrong in y'all lives. But y'all got all the answers.
you.
But
You spoke on it.
But man, y'all already know where y'all catch me. The Sharpshooter Sports Talk. We gonna definitely talk about this on Monday. So man, y'all just hold it down, man, and we'll see y'all then.
Jans, tell them where they can find you, brother.
Yeah, you can find me at Jan Sports. Jan Sports on YouTube, man, and then Jan 716 on X, man. For the most part, I already uploaded a video, kind of talking about the game. Didn't start yelling until like maybe 12 minutes in. I know people are asking me when is that going to be down. I didn't start yelling at 12 minutes in. And again, I'm not yelling at the game. I'm not. I knew that this was one of the two games we were going to lose to. It was Vanderbilt this game and the Auburn game with the concerns. I had this team going 9-3, and so right now they lose to Auburn, then you might call me Jansford. What'd you call it, Janstradamus? You might have to call me
Janstradamus. Facts. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to be calling you.
But no, I just for the most part, it's the fans out there. It's these Bama fans out there, man. That just for the most part, thought I was crazy. Called me and Coach Sean, the rest of us on this panel, crazy for saying it. And we try to tell them, like, man, listen, man, the film don't lie.
It don't.
Truth in the details, man. The film just don't lie. Everything told you that a game like this was going to happen. You cannot barely beating these teams, not having no run game. Keep rotating your offensive line, and you expect to just roll through the schedule. It's just not going to happen. There's too many good teams in this conference. There's 6 teams in the conference right now that have 8 wins. There's 6.
That's crazy.
Too many good teams in this conference. The ACC, we're not in the ACC. We're not in the Big 12. We're in the SEC conference. We're in the strongest conference in college football. And so when you play the schedule that you have, this is the result that you're going to get when you don't bring your A game. And so it is what it is. We are still a really good football team. We got one more game left. We got 2 more games left, but there's really one more game left in the schedule to a point where we got to get past, and that's Auburn. We are playing a very gritty, tough, physical Auburn team that's going to treat us like it is their Super Bowl. They don't care if they have 1-1 in the schedule. As long as they beat us, their season is fulfilled. Not for me, but to them, their season is fulfilled if they beat us. So we got to come ready. We got to come prepared. And hopefully we can do it because, again, playoff berth is on the line. It can't be a bigger Iron Bowl than this than doing it. So hopefully we can get the job done.
All facts, Coach Jans. All facts, my brother. Hey, big shout out to Mr. Renrico, man. Hadn't seen my brother in a minute. Good to see you, Renrico, man. Had an opportunity to meet him a couple of 8 days ago, man. Big Bama fan. Know what he talking about. True Bama fan. Much love to my broski. I ain't seen him in a minute, man. So good to see you. And it troubled me too, Renrico, only because of what I seen on film. I knew this team was going to battle with us. I knew this team was going to cause us some issues. And I had a feeling. I'm like, man, I hope we don't turn the ball over this game. I know because Oklahoma is not a turnover team, but I knew they was going to force us to throw the ball 130,000 times this game. And I knew they was going to have an opportunity to get one. And they got 1 or 2, how many ever it was, you know what I mean? So all facts, man. Coach Al, let everybody know where they can find you.
Oh yeah, you guys can always catch me at al.sanders.10 on IG, and you can always catch me on Twitter at alsand79, and the Negative Free Zone with Coach Al on YouTube. So love to have you tap in with me. Hit me up. We can talk football. But we can talk to Negative Free Zone more than anything, because that's who I am. More than Coach Al.
Love Coach Al, man.
Appreciate you having me, man.
Man, always, my brother. Appreciate you. Let me get my brother Brinsky. Hold on, Brinsky. This thing ain't cooperating. Dead gummit. Brinsky, you there? Did Brinsky dip out?
No, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay. Yeah. Let them know where they can find you one more time, Brinsky.
Oh, man. Yeah. Well, y'all see the logo right here, man. Sharpshooter Sports Talk. Well, it's a podcast. I don't know why I say podcast right here. But it's Sports Talk, everybody. So if you see this logo, That's me, man. So definitely appreciate everybody over here, especially some of the new subscribers over here at Coach Sean channel. Please just hit the like button and just welcome. And like we tell you, man, you ain't gonna get no bull job from us. We're gonna keep it real, whether you agree or disagree.
That's all facts, man. Thank you, Brinsky. I appreciate you, my brother, as always, man. Big shout out to all my boys on the panel, man. These guys do a hell of a job, man. And look, it ain't me, bro. When you got Brinsky up here, and you got Coach Al up here, you got Jance up here, it's easy. You know what I'm saying? It's easy, man. Much love to these guys. Much love to Ty Hayes, man. Much love to Coach Carl, who's right here in chat with us. Missed him tonight. Much love to our brother John. Much love to KB. Much love to Piano Man. Much love to everybody at Bama Standard. These guys put out quality content, man. Big shout out to Clint Lamb. Big shout out to Justin Smith. Herb and Raj. You can't go wrong with none of these guys' podcasts, man. Way offsides. Always got great content over there, man. And shout out to our homie Nick, man. Nick and Tez, man. They Auburn fan, but these brothers got
right. Jason at Hall of Fame Sports.
Jason at Hall of Fame Sports, man. Jay, Coach Jay. I over there, man. Man, these dudes got great content, man. Holla at Nick over there at Water Cooler Sports, Ted's at SEC Season. You want good football content, man. These dudes, all these channels bring it. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with none of them. Kyle over there at Bama Football on YouTube is still putting out great content. Tap in with them dudes, man. They all do big things, man. Thank you guys for tapping in tonight, man. Had a lot of people on Twitter and the YouTube. Please come over to the YouTube side if you guys can, man. About to start running it up on the content again. Appreciate all of y'all for tapping in, man. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for the super chat, man. And stay tapped in with me right here at JMHO Sports Talk on Twitter and YouTube. Hey, man, tap in with us Monday on Brinsky Show. We're gonna dive in even further, man, and speak on it, right? It is what it is. That's all it is.
You think about that too?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, and I will be bringing out the Hurst Feeling Report just in case you want to fill it out and send it out to HR. So if we said anything that hurt your feelings tonight or anything that come out on Monday, I had a Hurst Feelings Report right there on the show. You can fill it out, send it up to HR, and we'll make sure that your complaint is there.
Hey, somebody might listen in. You know what I'm saying? Much love to y'all, man. And remember, dog, the truth is in the details, man. No crimson glasses. Just
crimson glasses.
It's the truth in the details, man. Love all y'all, man. And much love to all y'all, bro. Roll Tide.
F State and Auburn.
Tennessee.
And Oklahoma.